I think An Inconvenient Truth is a great film to look at in terms of its impact. And I tell you one thing I liked about Inconvenient Truth was that I feel like it just really nailed it. You know, you couldn't come out of that movie and be in much doubt about the reality of climate change. I mean, they just took those counter arguments and those people, you know, liking to think that it wasn't happening, and unfortunately they just, you know, pinned them to the floor. I mean, that was it, game over, right? Climate change is happening, and I think I would love for this movie to have the same impact with this subject matter. I mean, nuclear weapons, unfortunately, in the world today are a real threat. Is it the Federation of Atomic Science? For some reason I'm spacing out on which marvelous organization actually like runs the time on the Doomsday Clock, but they put the Doomsday Clock, you know, back to 5 minutes to midnight, the worst it's been since the height of the Cold War, and sort of indicative of where we're at now in the world in terms of the threat. And President Obama called for a world without nuclear weapons, and he said it might take 20 years, and unfortunately, you know, it's not going to happen by Tuesday. But I think he's been looking at the same information I've been looking at and worrying about it and doing something about it, and he's really done some tremendous things on this issue. He got together 47 heads of state, more than ever have been gathered together in Washington DC before, to talk about fissile materials and making sure they never get into the wrong hands. He signed the START Treaty, is trying to get it ratified this summer. He's dealt with the nuclear posture review, signed the arms reduction agreements. I mean, he's really doing some tremendous stuff, and I sort of feel like he deserves a population that's remotely tuned into quite how much momentum he's putting behind this issue. And I think it's a great moment to use that momentum, not squander it. Einstein said this very cool thing. Einstein said that nuclear weapons have changed everything except for our way of thinking, and we thus drift towards unparalleled catastrophe. And they've changed everything apart from our way of thinking. And Einstein was interesting. He called them his one mistake, and like Oppenheimer, really came to be sort of haunted by what they were capable of in the world.